Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I am Denise Armenio. I am a certified body code, emotion code practitioner and a Genius biofeedback practitioner. And I am here today with Claire McIntyre and Connie Minnis. And we're here to show you, give you a little training on the Genius, as well as doing a voice an aura scan for a volunteer, which we have. So I am very happy to have Kendall here with us. And Kendall, maybe you can take off your microphone for just a minute and your video, if you don't mind being on camera, that would be great. And I'm also just going to start sharing my screen with all of you. So here's my screen. And Kendall, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Awesome. I can't, I'm trying to see you. I don't see you yet because I have, where did it go? Oh, I see you. Great. Nice to meet you. So Kendall, so you have a shoulder injury you want to work with? You just had surgery, is that right? And which shoulder, your right or your left?
My right.
Your right shoulder. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to get started, I'm going to add your name into this field in here. So D. Kendall and Killian, is that right?
Yeah, it's ELL. Autocorrect changed it on you.
Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I got you on your first name. I don't know if it's my autocorrect or my vision when it's this small.
You typed it in right and then it just changed it.
And what is your birth date?
August 1st, 74.
Okay. So sorry, I have to move all my Zoom functions out of the way here so I could see everything. So, okay. So for those of you who don't have a Genius, I am using the Genius app. This is the first page when you enter in a new client. So I have entered in Kendall's full name, her birth date, and her gender. And now on the bottom right, I'm just going to hit continue with analysis. I'm just going to add in here, right shoulder injury post surgery. Was it rotator cuff or what was it? What kind of?
Yeah, they put 3 bone screws in the rotator cuff to attach ligaments, plus they cut the clavicle bone off 1 inch and cleaned out the joint.
Oh boy, how did you do that?
A volleyball.
Oh.
I thought I was getting the tendon reattached, so I was kind of surprised with the list after.
Wow, that is
it's been more hard dealing with like drug side effects than the surgery.
Okay. And what is your pain level?
Not bad right now. I have a leave in my system.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, let me just take your picture. And add it to my photos. Where? Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to count you down. I'll say 3, 2, 1, begin. And then if you can please say your full name and then repeat the vowels A, E, I, O, U. until the 15 seconds runs out. You'll see the counter right up here as it goes down to 0. Okay, so just your name and repeat the vowels until it's done. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Kendall Killian, A-E-I-O-U. Kendall Killian, A-E-I-O-U. Kendall Killian, A-E-I-O-U. Kendall Killian, A-E-I-O-U.
Perfect. Okay, so now I am just going to push on the bottom left. It says voice harmonics. What that is the Genius uses algorithms to translate Kendall's spoken word into frequencies. And it also works as like a homeopathic. So it's always good to play this. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit next. And this is the voice analysis part. It captures a lot of information through the voice because as we tell instinctively or intuitively when we talk to people, you could kind of tell what kind of mood it is. If it's a high-pitched voice, you kind of know they're kind of like happy. Lower voices, maybe more depressed, or soft voices could be a more depressed voice. So we gather, intuitively a lot of information just from hearing people's voices, and the Genius works in a similar way. Okay, so now I'm just going to click on this avatar to capture your picture and hope that my trackpad is working here, and it is, yay. And I'm going to hit begin analysis down on the bottom. And continue. Okay, so this allows us to add a affirmation in, and the affirmation I always like to add is all energies are transmuted into the frequency of pure love, and I'm adding today and pure light. And I don't think I have any typos. So I can just hit OK here. And what happens once I do that is, again, the Genius uses algorithms, and it will translate this written word into frequencies. And those frequencies are overlaid throughout when we run the frequencies. So now I'm just going to go to these 3 horizontal lines at the top. I just heard on someplace else that use this, that they call this the hamburger. And I thought that was really cute and funny because it does kind of look like a hamburger. So you can call that 3 navigation bars, or it may look like a hamburger to you, but it will take us to the back office. And I'm going to now add my libraries. I'm going to select all. And it's going to take me out, and I need to go back in to get my master branch libraries. And again, add to client, and so select all. And now I can hit begin analysis on the bottom. Okay, and I'm also just going to go into libraries, the custom libraries here at the bottom, and run a begin analysis on that. Okay, so the first thing well, let's just go back to the front. The first thing I just wanted to go over and explain to everybody is how the Genius works and what these numbers on the right-hand side mean. And basically it uses a value system that ranges from 0 to 777. The range 0 to 100 is represented by the color blue. And items in this range are observed to be chronic energetic disturbances. You can also refer to these disturbances as under energy or stagnant energy. Then after this range, we go to, it goes from 101 to 450, and that is represented by the color green. From there, we go 451 to 688, and that is represented by the color yellow. And then lastly, from 689 to 777 is represented by the color red. These can also be observed to be over energy, where the items are getting too much energy, which is what's causing them to be out of balance. Or in Chinese medicine, sometimes it's referred to as heat or inflammation. Now, these are the Genius is representing, it's not diagnostic in the allopathic sense. It is giving us these biofeedback results as energetic disturbances. Also, don't, just because the red, the values are high does not mean that, let's say it shows up on vitamins. It doesn't mean you're getting too much or too little. All it means is that it's out of balance. And the same thing goes for the yellow and green values. Often people are wondering, like, well, what number should it be? There's really not one right number it should be. It's just that it all has to be in balance. And so sometimes it's, a little tricky balancing everything out. It's just a dance that you need to do. But red is also observed. I'm sorry, I forgot to say this. Red, these high values that are represented by the color red are acute energetic disturbances. So they're disturbances that are happening now, whereas the blue ones, there's been a disturbance for a longer period of time. Now, when you see these little arrows on the side, on the left-hand side here, that's telling us that there's more information. So if you click on that line or on that arrow, it will give you more information. So in the case of chemical sensitivities, it will give you a list of, different chemicals or fragrances that you could have sensitivities to. Before I get any further, I do want to go down to the bio field and click on aura so that we can capture Kendall's aura picture. So I'm just going to hit begin analysis. What to do with those different formats. I am not versed or studied in those, so it doesn't really mean that much to me. But it does collect the information, and it's what helps gather all the information for the Genius. And as far as the aura, yes, I like looking for deep, vibrant colors, and they're going to be the colors of the chakras. And if it's, pale or muddy, that could be a sign of stagnant energy, or sometimes dark or gray can also be stagnant energy. Interference coming through. So that's what we would basically be looking for. Oh, good to know. Claire, maybe you want to share that later, what Dr. Deb's explanation was on that. So the next thing I would like what I like to do when I'm working with a client is I will go to a library that I have put together that has a lot of the information all in one spot that I like to use. We like to say that we like to prime the body or prime the vessel and get it ready to receive the frequencies. If you don't have that library, basically, I work with everything in the biofield, and then work with the minerals, vitamins, amino acids, and then a few other items from some of these other panels here. But I'm just going to go into the custom libraries now and go to that library that I use, which is in the bioterrain, and it's this vessel priming frequencies. So it is showing that it's blue here, which is indicating that some of the items within here may be have had an energetic disturbance for a longer period of time. So we can add all these. I'm just going to add all of the items. And then we can go hit this play button down at the bottom of the main hold tray and hit begin analysis. And I will run all of the frequencies for 1 minute. We're looking to try to get a 40% or higher rectification. So we'll just have to see how we do on that, or how Kendall does on that. Kendall, it's also important, I don't know if you're familiar with the frequencies, but to make sure you stay hydrated with water. You have 20% rectification on here, so I'm just going to run that again for you. Now, Kendall, before I go further, I know that you said your shoulder wasn't bothering you too much today, but if you had to rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being severe, where would you put it?
4.
A 4. Okay, and are you restricted to the movements, or
Yeah,
you're still in?
I'm restricted.
Okay, so it's not like you can move it around and see how.
If you accidentally move your sling, yeah, it hurts a lot.
So no, I'm familiar with the rotator cuff surgery, so I know that you can't move it. You're in a sling for like 6 weeks, I imagine, right?
Yeah. Did you do it?
My friend did it this past October, so. And my son tore his labrum in his shoulder a few months before that, so the recovery is pretty similar for both. Okay, so that's going up a little bit. I'm just going to rescan these and then run the highs and see if we can get a little better rectification. When was the surgery?
In a week and a day.
Oh. That's awesome. Margaret, it's funny that you should ask. I'm almost 100% complete, probably about 95%, and I'll be using it today, but it's a pretty comprehensive for ligaments, bones, all that good stuff, joints. So you'll be able to see it today. Just making sure, Kendall, you're getting all your vitamins and all the good stuff you need with your shoulder. How is sleeping for you? Is it difficult not being able to move your arm? Yeah. Did you get those fancy pillows?
It was fancy.
They do have some that they're like on an incline so that you don't lie all the way back, and it has something that you can rest your arm on.
But my sling has like a built-in pillow.
Yeah.
No, sleeping, it's hard to find a comfortable spot.
And then they have that ice thing that like circulates the water so that you can keep it on a long time. That was really good.
Those are.
Does anybody else out there have shoulder issues that you can be taking advantage of all these frequencies? Well, not yet, but everybody's getting all these frequencies. Excellent. All right. That makes me happy that you're at 74% on that. So great. So now we can go back, and I am going to clear the main hold tray. And I'm going to go into general overview, and you get there by clicking on system overview. And as many of you already know, I love going into this view because it allows us to see all the items in chronological order taken out of their, it's like unpacked basically. So it's not in its category or library. It's just every item is in chronological order. So I'm just going to begin analysis. Okay, and because I have so many libraries, I can't possibly add all the red to my main hold tray because there would be thousands in there. So it is added in on the little buttons here that I could add the top 50, which would be the top 50 red, and the bottom 50. And you can look at the bottom 50 by hitting this 0 to 100. I'm just going to add these into the chart, and then we can take a quick look at them. We are seeing parasites up at the top here. We have some affirmations, miasm, some anxiety. Let's see what's on the bottom. Some frequencies for vision, some desert flower essences. So there's just a hodgepodge of a lot of different things that we might not look at normally, but because the genius puts it in chronological order, we're able to see it. And sometimes especially in energy healing work, anything can cause anything. So it's a really great way to work with different energies. I'm now going to remove all these custom libraries from the general overview, which now lets us look at all the items from just the system overview page. And I'm going to add the top 50 and the bottom 50 again. And I'm now going to do an analysis in the progressive insights again. So I'm just going to hit begin analysis. And I'm going to hit all for 1 minute. And very good. Again, it's 77% rectification, and even the harmony, alignment, and energy flow are really tight within the range of numbers. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to rescan this and then just run the highs for 1 minute. And then after this, then we'll start working on your shoulder. And 56% rectification. So again, that's really great. I'm going to back out now. I will empty this main hold tray and close it. And then I'm just going to add, there's a few things I always like to work with and look at first. I'm just going to look at today's stress and see what's in there. I'm just going to add the red and the blues just so that we're not ignoring anything here. And I like to add in digestion. So I'm going to add all of the items from digestion. We see that stomach, small intestine, liver seem to have have a energetic disturbance that has been more chronic. So hopefully that we can work on that. Do you have any digestive issues or?
Some allergies. Everything's kind of been off since I tried their drugs, though.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm also going to add in theta here to help you take in these frequencies better. So I'm going to go to custom libraries, and I'm just going to go to my human body structure. And so here I have all the different areas. So we can go look. Let's just see what's showing up. Where do we have? Excuse me. Here's your shoulders. So the shoulders have in here the muscle and also the spinal nerves that you're working with. I'm going to add in all of these. Because everything will be affected. So here is the shoulder again. I'm going to add them all because when we work with them in progressive insights, they may show differently. And I'm just going to grab some of the items that help with building healthy cartilage. And I have to find the other areas for your shoulder. Hold on just a second. Here are the bones of the shoulder. We got the ligaments, the muscles. And so your deep back arm line showed up, and that kind of makes sense based on what's going on right now. And okay, I'm not going to work with those other ones right now because I just want to focus on your shoulder. Whoops. I have some so here are some shoulder affirmations that sometimes apply from like a spiritual level on why we may injure our shoulders or have injuries there. And then this is a more concise of all the parts of the shoulder that are in there. So I'm just going to add all these. Some of them may be repetitive from what we've already added. And the last thing I just want to look at is so these are all different Rife frequencies that work with all the different areas of the shoulder. And we can just add in then the vessels of the arm. Okay. Oh, and the last thing is the pain. So, and then this is a library for all Rife frequencies for all different types of pain. So hopefully this will also aid in you feeling better. We have joint pain in there, inflammation, arm injury, shoulder injury. So Okay, so I'm going to run all twice on 1 minute each. Okay, so you had 40% rectification there. That's great. I'm just going to rescan it. And we can see how things are shifting a little bit, but I am going to hit all again. You have some of those areas from your arm up there at the top. Not a surprise. Oh, it's your left shoulder.
Tired of
Compensating?
Yeah.
Hurts a little? So hopefully this will help with that as well. Okay, so that's at 18%. It's lower. I'm not that concerned because you had a good rectification the first time. So I am going to rescan this again and just then run the highs. And I'm going to run the highs for 3 minutes. And the thing on top is my shoulders get stronger and healthier every day. So let's add that into the mix. That's always good to have. Are you sensitive to frequencies at all, Kendall?
This is new to me.
Well, just relax. with any shoulder pain out there? How is your shoulder feeling? So again, 53% rectification is good. I do want to run that again though, because if you look down at harmony, alignment, and energy flow, there's, you know, a little bit of more than like 20% swing or span between all those. So I'm just going to give it one more minute.
What's the gap mean?
You know, everything is balancing, but I just feel from my experience and what I've seen, you want your harmony and alignment and energy flow to be closer together, because otherwise it may not hold. If it's hard to be in alignment if your body's not in harmony with what you're trying to clear, right? So if there's a big swing in that, it just may not hold as well. Wendy, you'll have to let me know. Wendy says that she has shoulder issues, but she doesn't usually feel the benefits until the next day. So I'd love to hear if your shoulder feels any better tomorrow, Wendy. Okay, so again, the rectification went down and there's still like a swing on here. So I still want to, let's run this for one more minute. I think you really need more than that, but okay, great. So the rectification went up to 42% and the gap closed here. It goes from like 36 to 52. So that's not so bad. I want to go back now. I want to add in emotions in here, just because emotion has so much to do with all ailments, really. Emotions are involved. So I'm just adding in the reds and the blues. And I also want to add in and look at one of the trauma libraries. Since you did it playing sport, there's probably some trauma involved in there as well. And let's see what this one has. I'm just going to add the reds and blues. The genius saying that yoga may have.
What's
So
yoga
actually, the frequency of yoga, I don't know. So I'm just going to run this analysis. There are a lot of frequencies in there now, but I will run them all for a minute.
Probably because I miss being able to do yoga.
Well, that could be that's why that's out of balance. Oh, I hope you do have some relief, Sarah. Sarah said she had rotator cuff surgery 10 years ago, and she's had difficulty with her getting her full range of motion back. Well, I hope this does help for you too, Sarah. So let me know if you notice any change. You can try maybe moving your shoulder around now and see how your range of motion is. Okay, good. So 43%, and the percentages on top are really pretty tight. So I'm happy about that because we added even more. So I'm going to go back now, and I just kind of want to close out here with some essences. So I'm gonna look at these. They're like crystals, but in frequency form, and it helps with stability and grounding. So I'm just gonna run a quick balance, and a quick balance will just run the reds and the blues. Do you notice a difference in your pain level? Would you still rate it as a 4?
It's a little
It went
higher.
up? Oh, really? Okay.
It wants to move.
It just maybe, you may be getting more blood flow in there.
Probably.
So I would ice it some more when you're done here.
I feel the heat right through my clothes.
Do you normally feel that heat, or do you feel it with the you think it's with the frequencies moving stuff around in there?
It did
Like, are you coming
hot
to,
when like a few days right after the surgery, get really hot like this, and then I would ice it. Hot. So it just, I don't know. It's heat.
oh, sorry, I forgot it was on 0 minutes. So you've been getting the heat is what I'm trying to say, or is that something new that you're feeling?
Right after the surgery, those first like 3 days, it was like heat all the time.
Okay.
So it hasn't gotten hot like this for a couple days.
So
Maybe that's promoting, I don't know, healing. I'm not sure.
yeah, promoting some, let's look at your aura. Your body's only going to take in the frequencies that it needs. So I would just, continue to ice it. Okay, so I like this aura a little better. The yellow part in here is so. I'd like to see the green come out in there a little bit more. We have another little bit of time, so I'm going to actually,
Would it be beneficial to like do something that flushes out the drugs?
we can do that, absolutely. Let me clear this tray because we were already really high, and we can go into and do a detox. Whoops. I can't drag and drop today. Okay, I'm just gonna add in these. This is just for your gut. There, so like a lot of probiotics, so that will help in your stomach. And there's, let me just find. Oh, what happened here? So those are, I'm adding detoxification statements, and then here's some detox frequencies. Let me just see if there's anything else. And these are kind of like solutions. So let's. It would be nice if after running this, you feel. Oh, the other thing. Well, let's run this first. And again, plenty of water to help. So that's 20% rectification. Any change in the heat level at all?
Yeah, actually it went down.
Did it? Oh, great. So let's rescan this. I'm just gonna run the highs. Oh, Sarah, that's excellent. Sarah says her range of motion has actually improved. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. And Margaret, yours has too. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So hopefully this will help you heal faster. Wow, I'm so excited, guys. Look at everybody's shoulders are getting better. So Kristen said she had some shoulder pain at the beginning of the session too, frozen shoulder, and it kept coming up on my Genius sessions, and yours is better as well. That is so fantastic. Yes, Wendy, I know, shoulders. We carry the burden of a lot of things in our shoulders. And you had a 55% rectification on that. So that is fantastic. Let's just get your final aura picture and see what that looks like. Did it go down any more, or is it still now about the same? Your heat level. So, okay, so there's definitely shifts. We see your aura is moving. The colors are a little paler now. I would still, if we had more time, work on, this area in here, this dark area could be like some kind of interference or stagnant energy, but it's moving. I don't really judge a session based on an aura picture by itself because, it's always changing, but it is nice to see things moving, and we do like to see bright, vibrant colors, so I would like to see that come in a little bit more, but we've worked with a lot of frequencies today. So anyway, I hope that your shoulder is feeling, your pain level goes down. Did your pain level go down at all now that you said it went up a little bit?
Yeah, it did. It started about 4 and then it went like 5, 6, and now it's down to a 4. It's kind of weird how it
So it's just, we're sending a lot of frequencies in there, so it's just probably trying to do a lot. I would be interested to hear though how you're feeling tomorrow. If you notice any change, have your mom, or you can email me tomorrow. That would be great.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate this.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, and Nancy says, thank you for teaching affirmations for specific disorders. Yeah, there are a lot of affirmations that you can work with that have to do with different organs or parts of the body. And you'd be surprised when you read what they are, that they really do correlate with what's going on with where an injury is. So anyway, there's a lot in the spiritual realm that also has to deal with the physical body. So anyway, I hope everybody has enjoyed that. If anybody, be patient. I will have this human body structure should be ready in a few days. If anybody's interested, you could email me. And other than that, everybody, I will see you next week. I will actually be coming to you from Florida next week, so it'll be nice and warm. I'm excited about that. So look forward to seeing you all then. Have a great week, everyone. And thank you, Claire and Connie, for your help.
Thank you for letting me volunteer.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, Kendall. Feel well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Great class.
Oh, wait, I have to turn the stop the recording.